Progress.
Okay, good morning everyone. Shalom Aleichem, Bruchim Haba. We're continuing in Mishna Berura Daf Hashavua. We are up to Siman Samach Aleph, Seif, Yedaled. Siman Samach Aleph, Seif Yedaled. Tzarich lahafsik ma'at. You need to pause, interrupt a little bit. Bein la'olam va'ed leva'ahavta. After you say Baruch Shem Kved Malchus Olam Va'ed, you have to pause between Va'ed and V'ahavta, Kedei lahafsik ben Kabbalas Malchus Shemayim l'shar mitzvos, in order to separate between accepting the yoke of heaven and other mitzvos. So again, we see in Sif Yudaled that part of Kabbalas Malchus Shemayim is Baruch Shem. By the way, nobody got the trivia yesterday. Why is Baruch Shem on this week's parsha? You know, if you look in Parak Shira, Tzefardea Mahu Omer, Baruch Shem Kvod Malchus Olam Va'ed. So there you go. So yeah, this is interesting. I don't think I was ever oimed on this. To pause between Baruch Shem Kvod Malchus Olam Va'ed and V'ahavta. Now, how is V'ahavta shar mitzvahs? The answer is V'ahavta is the mitzvah of Avas Hashem. It says Ramah Hagav Yesh Lahafsik B'Pasuk Rishon Ben Yisrael L'Hashem. In the Pasuk Rishon, when you say Shema Yisrael, you should pause after you say the word Yisrael. And when you say Hashem Elokeinu, you should pause between Elokeinu and the second, and the Hashem Echad, Hashem Hasheni. Kedei Sheyeh Nishma. Shema Yisrael, listen up, Israel. What should you listen to? Ki Hashem Shehu Elokeinu, that Hashem who's our God, Hashem Echad, He is one God. So it's three distinct thoughts. Not Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Listen, Israel. Hashem, who's our God, He's one Hashem. V'yesh lahafsik ma'at bein Echad leBaruch. You should pause slightly between Echad and Baruch. Ki ikar kibal malchus shemayim hu pasuk rishon. The ikar kabbalas malchus shemayim is the first pasuk. That's what we were learning in the Be'er Halach yesterday. There's no doubt that part of Kabbalas Malchus Shemayim is Baruch Shem, but the Iker Kabbalas Malchus Shemayim is in Shema Yisrael. Sivkat and Lamnach, Bein La'olam Va'ed, the Baruch Shem Kvod Malchus Olam Va'ed, Gam Kein B'chlal Kabbalas Malchus Shemayim Hu. Baruch Shem is also part of Kabbalas Malchus Shemayim. Al Kein Tzarich Lahamtin Achrav Ma'ad. Therefore, you need to wait afterwards a little bit. Okay. Siv Tesvav. Tzarich lahafsik bein hayoim al levavecha uvein hayoim la'ahava shelo yehanira hayoim v'lo lemacha. When you say asher anochi mitzavacha hayoim al levavecha, don't say v'hayu hadvarim ha'ela asher anochi mitzavacha hayoim al levavecha. Don't put the hayoim together with al levavecha, as if today it should be on your heart, but not tomorrow. Or hayoim la'ahava. You should pause after you say the word hayoim. Siv tezayin. Tzarich lahafsik bein nishba la'Hashem. Yeah, you should pause between asher nishba Hashem la'avoisechem, but not nishba Hashem. Kedei shaloi, kedei lahatim yafe ha'ayin. You want to emphasize the ayin. Shaloi te niras kehei, that it doesn't sound like a hey. As we mentioned, we don't know how to say the ayin. Yud zayin. Tzarich lahatiz hazayin shel tizkeru. You need to lahatiz the zayin of tizkeru. While we're on the topic, if you listen carefully, most people say oirech yomim az biehu ve'areu bishuasi. If you listen carefully, 99% of people say a zayin. It's not as biehu, there's no such word. It's as biehu. So the same way you need to be matiz, the tizkiru, you need to be matis, the as biehu. And there are many words like that people make a zayin. This is a very dangerous halacha. The lahatis hazayin, people extend this to other sins, they make it sound like a zayin. It's It's Laman Tizkiru. But others are a sin. Deloit Lishtama Tizkiru. God is not renting you out. Oi Tizkiru. God is not Deloit Lishtama Tizkiru. You don't want it to sound like so that you will lie or that you will rent. And it will be like avadim that serve on condition to receive reward. You also have to enunciate the zayin of uzchartem. Yud Ches. Yadgish Yud Shel Shema Yisrael. You should emphasize the Yud of Shema Yisrael. Shaloi Tibala, that you don't swallow it, but Shaloi Tira Aleph. You don't want it to sound like Shema Yisrael. V'chein Yud V'hayu, L'shtama V'ha'u. Not V'ha'u Hadvarim Ha'ila, V'hayu. Okay. Says the Mishna Berura, Sivkat Lambe Shaloi Tibala, Shulchan Naka B'hani Psuke. The Shulchan picked these examples. The same would apply in all of Kriya Shema. You have to be careful not to swallow the letters, and not to exchange them with other letters. Like the pasuk v'ahavta, shelo yera k'mishakar v'ahavta. Many people say v'ahavta. Maybe they do other mitzvahs that day. Maybe that day they did Bikur Chaylim. But they should also try to do Kriya Shema and not say v'ahavta or b'chol nafshecha. They say navshecha or levavcha, moidecha, not meoidecha, moidecha. People get very scared about talking about money, serving Hashem with money. They get very uncomfortable. They have to say you have to serve Hashem with their money, so they say b'chol moidecha. Uchai gavna b'chol Kriya Shema yizar lekroisan b'miton. You should say it patiently. Kol teva v'teva b'fnei atzma. Each word by itself. To say each word halachically correct. And this way, you're mashlam all your 248 limbs. V'chanal b'siv katan vav. V'ayin lekaman b'simin samach beis v'mishna berura siv katan aleph. Siv katan sif yotes. Tzarich litin reach bein v'chara le'af. Doleshtam v'charaf. Not chas v'sham. You don't want it to sound like v'charaf Hashem. V'chara af Hashem. Chaf. Tzarich litin ravach ben teva shetchilasa kisoif teva shel faneha. If a word ends in the same syllable or sound that the next word begins, you have to pause between kagain b'chal levavcha, al levavchem, b'chal levavchem, esav besadcha, va'avartem mehira, hakanaf pesil, eschem me'aretz. Says the Mishna Berura, b'chal levavcha, ein kavanah sheyafsik b'neihem. You don't have to pause in between rak sheyikra be'inyan sheyishtam v'shem shnei la'amden. You should read it in a way that it sounds like two lameds. Says Reb Chaim Kanievsky, let's say you didn't. Should you go back? Absolutely not. Because in these cases, you're yotzei b'di'eved. You're already yotzei b'di'eved. So you don't gain anything by doing it again. Is that true if you said v'yahavta? Yeah. V'yahavta l'chayra. Were you yotzei b'di'eved? Not sure.
How is Esav Besadcha a problem?
You mean because one is a beis? The va and the ba, you're saying the va is a va. Is va from the lips? Va. Or teeth. Maybe it comes from the same part of the mouth, so they sound very similar. Says Mishna Berura, rak shikar be'inyan she'yishtamahim shnei lam. Now, v'mikamakam tzach makaf beintam. You need a makaf, a line between them. Ki b'loi makaf tzach likrois b'choyel, b'choylam, u'v'makaf b'kamatz. Now, even though they're two lameds, they do go together. Makaf means they go together. There's a hyphen. And that's very important that people know there's a hyphen. You can't say b'chal levavcha, then it should be b'chayel. The hyphen means the words go together. They go together, but the sound of the lamed and the end and the beginning are similar. Sif chaf aleph tzarch b'chal aleph she'achar mem lahafsik beinayim. You need with every aleph after a mem to be mafsik between them. Kagoin v'limadetem oisam ukshartem oisam v'samtem es urisem oisai uzchartem es the Rama adds va'asisem es shelo yehe nira kekare moisam or mace. Says the Mishna Berura kekare moisam el yarabah hevi b'shem shala duadin b'chal aleph she'achar mem tzarch lahafsik. Every mem after an aleph you have to pause. Kagoin. Now, b'chal levavcha you don't have to pause. You shouldn't pause. But an aleph after a mem you have to pause. For example, va'avadatem Elohim achirim einechem asher zoinim achareihem. Yeah, we'll see some of these other examples next week. I'm going to wish you a good Shabbos. We're going to pause over here. And we'll see everybody Monday, okay? Kol tov, everyone. Kol tov. Bracha v'atzlacha.